Brian Regan's,
I don't.
Brian Regan's manager for the last 30 or 40 years was my manager for a long time, and he was a really close friend for decades before that. Rory Rosegarden, who's Ray Romano's guy.
Sure.
And Rory was over for lobster the other day. He comes over once a year, and we make lobster at my house. You guys got to come out to Joke Lane. You'll have the time of your life.
I'm already
So we're sitting there, and as long as I'd known Rory, I said, well, he said, Brian, blah, blah, blah. He's bringing me up to date on Brian Regan. And he says, well, I started... Just when he was starting, I was just getting going. I was working at the comic strip in Fort Lauderdale in 1979, and Brian is sweeping up and cooking steaks and, doing whatever he's got to do to get his 5 minutes a night on open mic night. And finally, he's still pissed at me for this. He gets Joe, the manager, says, you know what, Brian, you're doing great. I'm going to give you 10 minutes on a Saturday night. Now, he's been going up for 5 minutes. You know the deal. He's going up for 5 or 10 minutes on a Monday night to 12 people, open mic night. And all us guys work 7 nights a week. So it was the regular guys, that worked the club from the comic strip up north to down there. But there's nobody there. All of a sudden, he's got 10 minutes on a Saturday night with... It was like a T-shape, and it was 450 people. I mean, if you hit Ed with a spoon, they'd fall over laughing. It was the greatest thing in the world. So he's got 10 minutes. And I said, listen, Brian, the audience really likes it when the comedians fuck around with each other. When they play with each other, because it's a really great thing. I said, so while you're doing your set, in the middle of your set, you say something, and I'll yell something, and you say something back, and it'll fly over their heads, and they'll love it. He says, okay, oh, wow, he's so excited, so anxious. I said, listen, in the middle of your set, say, I had a date with Siamese twins last night. And from the back of the room, I'll yell, did you have a good time? And you say, yes and no. And I said, the crowd will go nuts. He said, oh, that's great. They'll love it. He's doing great. He's up there for 5 minutes, and he's doing so fucking good. And all of a sudden, he goes, I had a date with Siamese twins last night. And I said, how was it?
The SDR Show.